So this session focuses on our rapidly developing digital world and the benefits of utilizing digital twins to solve growing business challenges. Digital twins create relationships and streamline workflows by improving business processes, optimizing operational intelligence, reducing risk, and enhancing decision making. So Hopeton, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to those in webinar land. To each and everyone, a pleasant morning. It gives me great pleasure. Thank you for that introduction, Philip. And just want to also welcome you all to the 2024 series of webinar. So as Philip mentioned, my name is Hopeton Ferguson. I am the Vice President of Strategic Solution at Spatial Innovations Limited. Today, we'll be talking about using digital twin in sustainable development. So the agenda is we'll look at what is a digital twin and also look at why use digital twin in sustainable development. Look at ArcGIS in transforming our world through digital twin and gaining sustainable development. We'll also look at an example or some examples of digital twin, one with Grenada and the other with Jamaica. But before we move ahead, I just want to hear from our audience, which country are you from? So we have a poll, and in the poll, we'll just ask you to just respond as to which country you are from. So giving you another minute to respond to the question, which country are you from? All right, so we're about to end the poll. If you haven't answered as yet, please put your answer in. And also, please let us know if you're seeing the screen and the poll, and you can put that in the chat. So if you have answered the question, which country you're from. Okay. And the second question is, have you ever heard of digital twin? And I recognize that everyone has heard of digital twin one way or the other. Very good. So I have a very bright audience. So back to our agenda. Good. So today we'll be looking at what is digital twin, why digital twin in sustainable development, just transforming our world, and two examples of digital twin creation. So let us look at what is a digital twin. A digital twin or digital twins are virtual representation of the real world, including physical objects, processes, relationships, and behaviors. GIS creates digital twins from the natural and built environment and uniquely integrate many types of different models. So to further explain what digital twins are, let us take a look at this video. A digital twin is a digital or virtual copy of the physical asset or products. The term digital twin was originally coined by Dr. Michael Greaves in 2002. NASA was one of the first to use the technology for a space exploration mission. Digital twin connects the real and virtual worlds by collecting real-time data from the installed sensors. The collected data is either locally, decentralized, or centrally stored in the clouds. The data is then evaluated and simulated in virtual copy of assets. After receiving the information from the simulation, the parameters are applied to real assets. This integration of data in real and virtual representations help in optimizing the performance of real assets. Digital twins can be used in various industries: the manufacturing industry, construction industry, the utility industry, and healthcare. Digital twins are the next big thing in the fourth industrial revolution for the development of new products and processes. All right. So that gives us a good idea, a better idea as to what digital twins are. Now the question is, why digital twin for sustainable development? Let us look at another video that explains to us why digital twin.
Urban populations are growing at a rapid pace. Globally, people are migrating to cities, and this trend is expected to double by 2050. How do cities keep pace to better serve this growing population? You need a digital twin. Urban digital twins provide cities with unprecedented insights and actionable information. They're digital, providing a virtual model via aerial imagery, LiDAR, and more. They're connected, complete with real-time data exchange between systems and devices. They're intelligent, leveraging AI, simulations, and analytics to identify potential problems and inform decision-making. Make your city more livable, safe, and sustainable with an urban digital twin from
Right.
Urban.
So it's very important that we all have our digital twin for sustainable development, as we have a growing population right around the world. Did you know that ArcGIS platforms are a very powerful tool in sustainable development through digital twins? So in looking at the ArcGIS platform, it is used to create sustainable development through digital twins. Digital twins are abstracting and modeling everything. From the local landscape, we have the land information model, our terrain and the natural environment. Buildings, we have the BIM, the building information model with facilities, structures, the indoors. We have the network through the network information model, showing the utility pipelines, roads and highways. So there is also the city information model through smart cities and city planning. The integrated digital twin is interconnecting content, behavior, and workflow. It's impacting design and engineering and smart cities, natural resources, asset management, sustainability through BIM, LIM, CIM, and NIM. It is enhancing business processes, communication, decision-making, and also collaboration. GIS is also interconnecting and integrated by creating relationships with streaming workflow. It captures and integrates data, visualize in real time, predict, analyze, share, and collaborate. Data capture, integration, and management looks at data types such as 3D objects, LiDAR data, mesh, extrusion, while data model can be in the form of 2D and 3D BIM, allowing integration and management. Dynamic visualization models enhance real-time awareness and decision-making through visual trends, interactive slice and data-driven 3D. GIS creates capabilities such as dashboards and reporting and real-time IoT integration, insights and analytics, and advanced visualization. Then we have GIS providing insights for future outcomes by transforming digital workflow. This is done through classification, machine learning, AI modeling, and predictive modeling. And finally, sharing and collaboration through GIS and engaging the community. This enables better communication and engagement through website, events, and citizen collaboration. So digital twin has become so necessary over the years as it drives down the high cost of recurring updates, increase efficiency, sustainability, accountability, and transparency, and simplifies communication. At this point, we'd like to take a look and a visual journey of Grenada through the eyes of digital twin. Now, just to give you a synopsis, the project in creating this digital twin is a collaboration with Grenada Central Statistics Office, the Ministry of Agriculture in Grenada, and also ESRI. Now, we may all know that Grenada is a very beautiful island, which is made up of several other small islands with a total area of 348.5 kilometers square. It is a great place for agriculture, known as the Spice Island and tourism. However, it is also known for its natural disasters. So relax and take a tour of Grenada through their digital twin.
Let's fly into Grenada and interact with both the original sensor data and the derived GIS content that makes up the 3D digital twin of the island. The initial elements are aerial imagery and the elevation surface, plus the dense LiDAR point cloud content being shown on top of it. This data all came from the recently acquired aerial survey for the island, and it serves as a foundation for Grenada's 3D base map. LiDAR points look realistic when showing the captured RGB colors, but they become more powerful when they are classified into the type of objects that they've hit, be that vegetation, building, or power line. With classified LiDAR, GIS features can be extracted from the point cloud. Individual buildings can be identified and assigned an address and an owner, as well as an estimated location and size of trees, and then these can be used to plan for a more resilient future. For example, we can model a 4-meter storm surge and see what it might do to infrastructure. A virtual world can be used to model and analyze real-world problems before they happen. Analysis can be run on the derived elevation surface from the point clouds to detect potential hazards such as landslide areas. As we fly along and see where landslides are more likely to occur, the 3D base map helps us understand the potential risk to people and property, and such analysis can be scaled out for the entirety of the island. The same is true for flooding potential from rivers and waterways. Knowing where they are, how they could spread out in a flooding situation, and what buildings and power lines could be impacted helps with better planning and risk management. Tourism too can be served by highlighting hidden gems like Grand Etang Lake. A digital twin model, connected with the expertise of people who understand what potential disasters and planning challenges the island faces, allows the nation of Grenada to plan for its future in the best way possible.
Okay, so that's the digital twin of Grenada. It looks like so much fun, eh? All right, at this point, we will also take a look at a project that's been done in Westmoreland, Jamaica. And this project requires a digital twin creation. So this is the Bluefields, Westmoreland, Jamaica. And the project, name of the project is the Bluefields Climate Smart and Resilient Settlement. And this project is executed by Spatial Innovision. It's co-funded by the European Union, the OACP, and the OACPS Research and Innovation. It's administrated by the University of the West Indies, CEDIMA, and Anton Demcam University in Suriname. So just to introduce, what's happening, climate change, as we all know, has been producing alteration in the way in which human settlements interact with natural environment. The rise in sea level, the greater intensity of hurricanes, and a longer duration of the dry season compared to the wet season are phenomena that directly affect the coastal community of the Caribbean, and in particular Bluefields, in the case of this project. So just a background on the Bluefields area. The community of Bluefield is a typical small coastal settlement located in parish of Westmoreland, southwest of Jamaica. Population of Bluefields is little under 4,000 persons, and of course an average age of 31 years old. The Bluefields community is a fishing community, and it is susceptible to natural hazard, typical to Jamaica and the Caribbean and our own. The impact of some of these natural hazards is damage to some of the homes and infrastructure due to hurricane, flooding, tropical storm, and heavy rains. The economic of marine activities are also disrupted by both natural and man-made hazards, depleting the marine fish stocks and decline in fish habitats, and environmental degradation and increase in pollution levels. The community of Bluefield has organized itself to develop protective strategies for its locality with the support of the Jamaican authorities and other stakeholders. A matter of fact, it is known as the best community has won the best community practice in Jamaica. So the objective of this project is to develop Bluefield as a climate smart and resilient coastal settlement. And this requires integrated approach utilizing knowledge, skills, and resources from citizens and from the government agencies and private institutions. So objective number one is to develop a community/settlement risk management platform. Then to integrate stakeholders and promote sustainable coastal development. Objective number two is to design and build a digital twin of Bluefields to analyze, predict, and respond to climate change and natural hazard. So the methodology is to look at previous work, do research in the area of Bluefield, in the community of Bluefield, following meetings and workshops with citizens and different stakeholders to gather information, then to design the digital twin platform, design also and develop system to engage the community, after which we update the digital twin with the information collected from the engagement platform. Also to develop policy recommendations for improving national legal and policy framework. And finally, to conduct trainings and workshops with the development and planning agencies and citizens of Bluefields. So the expected output of this project is one, digital and regionally replicable model developed to predict climate and natural hazard impacts and support evidence-based decision-making for coastal settlements. Two, engagement of government entities, coastal communities, stakeholders, and research institutions. So engage to co-develop policy recommendations for improving national, legal, and policy frameworks for coastal settlement planning and management. Local applicable, that's a third output, a local applicable digital risk monitoring innovations for coastal development agencies and local communities. Target groups are citizens of Bluefields, government agencies, private institutions, and those who will be benefiting from it will be the citizens of Bluefields, development and planning agencies, private institutions, government entities, and academics. So that's what the Bluefields project is about, the Bluefields Climate Smart and Resilient Settlement. And this is in Jamaica. And this project is done by Spatial Innovation in terms of the design, the lead, and the implementation. And this project is also a part of a bigger project, which is harnessing innovative technologies to support resilient settlement and the coastal zone of the Caribbean. In short, we call it Hit Reset Caribbean. And of course, the funding and implementing organization, as we have seen, as we have mentioned before, the University of the West Indies, SEDIMA, and Anthem Com University in Suriname, and co-funded by the EU and the OACP. So let us do a quick recap of what was discussed before, and after which we move on to the question and answer. So first of all, a digital twin is a virtual representation of the real world, including physical objects, processes, relationships, and behaviors. And GIS allows us to create a digital twin of both the natural and the built environment. And the reason for digital twin is to meet the growing needs of the urbanization through land use optimization, replicate design, smart mapping, simulation, mobility, and monitor climate change, building permits, zoning, and environmental compliance, and the list goes on. So GIS is very important in creating digital twins. So it is used for data capture, real-time visualization, analyze, predict, share, and also to collaborate. So this is the end of my presentation. And I just want to thank each and every one as we move into the question and answer. I have the first question for everyone, and you can type in the poll what you have learned today, one, and two, if you are interested in having a digital twin in your organization. Yes. All right. So we have the result of the question, and 88% would like a digital twin, and 13% responded. All right. So I hope you have learned something new and the digital twin. And at this point, we'll have question and answer.
Yes, Hopeton. So Rick asked, are you hearing me now? So Rick is asking for the Grenada case. Is the electricity, water authority, and telco infrastructure included in it? So he wants to know that.
In terms of the companies, that would be a no, but in terms of the utilities or what is represented, as we have seen from the LiDAR data, we have extracted the utility poles and lines. So in that case, it's a yes. But in terms of the involvement of the different utility companies, that would be no. Any more questions?
So he also wants to know, so what about water and telco? Would that also be included, or would that also have not?
So water and telco, that can easily be included in your, a matter of fact, just to step back a bit, the digital twin is a representation. So it can be included, almost anything can be included that you want to represent on the, on the earth or wherever. The beauty of digital twin is that it does a lot more than just showing objects on the ground. It also provides additional information, whether you want to call it 3D, 4D, 5D. It gives information as it relates to, properties of a particular utility and so on. It's just a way of pulling all the information together to make more meaningful decisions. So as it relates to a digital twin, the answer would be yes, those can be included.
All right, so a question that is being asked is, how do you integrate the twin into the enterprise and integrate across multiple organizations? The other question is, how would one party get access to the twin info for the related work?
All right, great questions. So first of all, how you integrate the twin into the various platform and how you share. That's one of the beauty of GIS, the ArcGIS platform, allows you to share right across different, whether it be ArcGIS Online, Enterprise, you can actually share information not only within your organization, but outside of your organization. So that is something that the platform allows. So the answer to that would be yes, it allows the sharing and collaboration with other agencies. And what was the other question?
And the other question was, how would one party get access to the twin info for related work?
Okay, and if you're speaking specifically to the digital twin being developed, then you can just simply contact me. If you see on the screen, you'll see my information, and we can make arrangement for you to get the digital twin information. There was another question.
All right, so Brian wants to know what LOD is expected for the Bluefields project.
Brian, could you just please clarify that for us? Okay, great. So in terms of the level of detail, this is let me see how best to explain this. So this is like a pilot project. It will not have all the components that would have wanted to be in it because of the time restriction, both time and finance. However, in terms of level of detail, we would be doing a drone flight, and that would be pretty much detailed drone flight to pick up the terrain, and the terrain, and that will be created that will be used to create the digital twin. Then we will also have engagement from the planning agencies and the local community so that it will improve the planning process in terms of visibility, and also information sharing. So the project, the Bluefields project in particular, would be based mostly on the most urgent need of the community. And that will be picked up from the survey that's done with the Bluefields community. I hope that answers your question, and we can talk more about it.
Well, Nikita wants to know, in terms of the learning curve, so how is the learning curve for using the various models, example, BIM, CIM, etc., in making the digital twin intelligent?
All right, so that's the beauty of the ArcGIS platform. It integrates with different data set, different platforms, and from that you can pull information and create different scenarios and so on. So in terms of the learning curve, and it all depends on their exposure. Some who would have been exposed to some of these already, learning curve would not be so steep. But if you're a newbie, then you would have a steeper learning curve. However, the ArcGIS platform simplifies and make it as simple as possible for persons to do. And also just to respond again, Nikita, we can also provide you with information on this, so at least you can have a better understanding as to, you know, how you'd like to proceed. So we have information in-house on digital twin that we can provide to you.
All right, so seeing that I'm not seeing any more questions, I would like to thank you all for joining us today. Hopeton, we also want to thank you for your in-depth presentation and your explanations. So do have yourself a great day and a great rest of your week. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to send Hopeton an email at vpgeospatial@spatialvision.com. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.